Alright, going to start off this second video with foiling the water pan. The Weber Smoky Mountain is equipped with a pan that divides the grates from the fire. Typically, you go ahead and you put water in this. For this cook, I'm not going to, because as you'll see later on in the video, I'm going to be using a BBQ from BBQ Guru, which really levels out the temperature of the grate, of the pit, quote unquote, where it's going to sit on the grates, and I'll show you that later. But what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to go ahead and put foil inside that water pan. This will make it so that cleanup is significantly easier. You don't want to get any foil on the outside of this pan though, because foil over direct heat is not a good thing. It's going to burn, and it's it's going to burn and taste nasty and be all kinds of flavor profiles you do not want in your food. As a matter of fact, I don't think you even want to eat food that has burnt aluminum in it. So I'm just trying to, foil the inside of this pan. This pan will catch drippings from the chicken. You'll see later that we use chicken broth as part of the recipe. So and I am a little clumsy. Won't deny that I am. And I do spill a little bit of the chicken broth, but luckily the pan catches that and doesn't affect the fire very much. So just taking 2 sheets basically and foiling the inside of this pan to catch those droppings. So there you have it. Alright, now we're going to go through attaching the BBQ Guru to the Weber Smoky Mountain. I have an 18.5-inch cooker, and so there's going to be some unique things here. But the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to undo the power cord. I plug it into my extension cord I've got running in there to the house. I'm just going to set it off to the side, ready to go. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull out the Pit Viper fan. It's a 10 CFM fan, so which is a little big for the Weber Smoky Mountain. So what I'm going to do, you can see, I'm going to close that fan just to the 1/3 mark. So that's gonna close that hole up a little bit and stop the backdraft a little bit. It's recommended actually. The people there at BBQ Guru recommend that you close that to the 1/3 mark so that you're not you don't get any backdraft. Now what I'm going to do there, you can see that I've got the other 2 vents closed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach that Pit Viper fan to my last vent. So the only air that comes into the chamber there is going to be through that Pit Viper fan, and that Pit Viper fan is going to attach to the Guru unit itself. Now I'm not ready to turn it on, so I'm just going to leave it there. So next I'm going to grab my my pit temp and its clip. You can see that when I undo it, the clip falls off there, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. I'm so neat and tidy sometimes it gets a little hard on me to undo the equipment. So you can see I'm just kind of untangling the wires after putting them up so nice and neat, yada yada yada. Then I'll go ahead and I'll put the clip back on the temperature gauge. That clip's going to allow us to attach that to the grate. And so what I'm going to do now, since this is not a power thing, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach that to where it says Pit on the BBQ Guru. And I'll put that back down. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and attach the Pit Viper fan cord, and I'm going to put that right into where it says the blower on the BBQ Guru. I'll show you that here for a second. See where it says blower? Plug that right in. That's ready to go. So now those 2 things are ready to go. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the centering on. I don't want to burn myself once again. Like I said before, lessons that you learn as an adult, sometimes they take 3 or 4 times. So I'll put my gloves back on. With the door facing the front, I just like it that way, so if I have to get into that little door, I can. Not that I do very often, but sometimes I do. So now I've got my grill there ready to go, and as you can see, I've put that water pan in with the foil on the inside of it to catch all those drippings. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my pit clip, and you can see as the camera pans up that's what that looks like. It's going to just clip there onto the grill, and that thermometer is going to tell me, or it's going to tell the barbecue guru and myself what the pit temperature is. So now that officially is being called the pit. So now I'm untangling that wire, but now the barbecue guru is ready to be plugged in. So I'm going to take off my gloves and plug it in, and we'll see right away what the pit temp is. And pit temp's 156 degrees, and I can go ahead and set it and tell it, hey, I was cooking hot before, but I'm going to come down to 300 degrees. I can tell it, hey, I want to have my pit temperature set at about 300 degrees. And as it comes down there, give it just a second. There we go. Now I'm set at 300 degrees. There's also a spot there if I wanted to. There you can see that last silver cable in the box. I could use that to plug that into the food. I typically don't do that unless I'm cooking brisket or pork shoulder, because it's kind of a waste. Alright, thanks for watching part 2. Check back for part 3.